Welcome back to Online Darts, everyone. I'm Phil Bars, and we are here at Hyde Park, and we've got Nathan Aspinall. Nathan, this is quite some show here, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously I did it last year, the first edition, and wow, it was unbelievable. It's something different. We've never done anything like this before. To play darts in Hyde Park was a pinch me moment last year. I remember I was singing Robbie Williams' Angels on stage with Ollie Murs last year. Unbelievable. But yeah, we're back again this year, and it's very, very warm today. A lot hotter than last year, so I'm going to have to put some Factor 50 on before I go and play my day.
Look, conditions up there are different, and something that you guys aren't used to. And I know it's not a ranking event, but how do you get used to playing up there when they're just getting sprayed all over the place?
It doesn't matter, I think that the three lads that me, Luke and Fallon played last year. Stephen's not played before. We said to him, listen, don't even worry about it. He throws the light darts anyway. He's worrying about it, and I said, listen, no one cares. You know what I mean? I remember, I think me and Littler beat me 6-4, and I think it took just over an hour to play that game. We ain't going to be playing well. It's hard, it's windy, but it's about them guys seeing us. Obviously, we're mic'd up, having a bit of banter with the crowd, and you know what? It's fun. It's good.
Look, darts is just on this massive trajectory that we're doing things like this. And can you see more events like this, outdoor events happening?
I don't know. I think it's great, but it's tough. I think if they do start doing stuff outside, it definitely needs to be looked at. If you start putting money involved, it doesn't matter. We get an appearance fee for stuff like this. But if you start putting prize money involved, it does need to be better. Because the wind is horrendous. We moan in arenas. This is completely different. But I would like to see something like this. I'm sick of the same stuff, best of 11, tournament after tournament. Let's do something different. Let's play an outside tournament, it'll be class.
Yeah.
I'm open for anything, me, and who knows, in the future there could be something similar, but obviously probably not in Hyde Park.
Darts in football stadiums one day?
I think that's something that could happen. 100%. You can't buy tickets for anything anymore. I think there could be. It probably have to be probably Germany. I think that would be the first place you'd have to try it because it's so big. But I think there is no reason why we couldn't fill an arena in Germany. I generally don't.
100%. Recovered from the stag do? The pictures looked insane.
Yeah, the stag do was class. It was unbelievable. The four best days of my life. I had a few of the darts lads there, a lot of my mates and family, and you know what? I said to him, I did like a little bit of a speech on the last night, and I'm like, you guys made this for me. It was absolutely unbelievable, and I got back from that, and then just come back from Marbella. I've been out with Humphreys and Cullen and Johnny, playing a bit of golf out there. So
I get that.
It's actually nice to throw some darts because I've not threw a dart for 4 weeks, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, funny you should say that because social media's been. I know you're not on social, but I'm sure you've been told and you've seen it. Where is the Nathan Aspinall game, and why the hiatus from so many tournaments?
Truth be told, got a lot of stuff going on away from the hockey, a lot of family issues I'm not going to go into because that's personal. There's a lot more stuff going on in my life than darts.
Yeah.
And at the moment, darts is not my priority, and it's simple as that. Yes, I've been going away a bit, but I've been going away with, obviously the stag do. I've had a holiday with the family, but since coming back, there's been a few issues. And also as well, everyone knows my love for the Pro Tours. I made a decision at the start of the year to give it a go, but if it didn't go my way, probably not play it. And I'm still unsure whether I'm actually going to play any more Pro Tours, which obviously means I won't be in Minehead. But there's been a lot going on this year for me. I've had a lot of setbacks, obviously the Premier League and the World Series, a lot of family issues. For me now it's do the best in the Matchplay, get married, go on my honeymoon, and then I promise to all my fans, as soon as the honeymoon's done, darts is my number one priority. So yes, it's been a bit of a rubbish 6 months for me, not really been putting darts as a priority.
I understand that.
As soon as the wedding's done, I'll be back, and this is my job, this is what I love. I've got so many fans that are missing me. September, I'll be back full 100%.
That's why you've got so many fans, because they appreciate your honesty like this. Well, other players would just go, this and this way, but you've been brutally honest about it. Which
I ain't gonna lie, I've had a lot of knockbacks. I was gutted to not be in the Premier League, gutted to not get any shouts for the World Series. I think I've been to the final 3 out of the last 4 years in America. That hurt me. Especially because I won that Euro Tour as well just before the selection. When you keep going away and you're missing time at home and you're playing shit, which is what I was doing at the time, it is hard to keep going when you've got other stuff going on at home, health issues with family members. do I want to spend that week away to play a pro tour in Hildesheim, you know? And these are the decisions I've been making recently, and you know, I've been putting myself and my family forward first for the first time instead of the darts.
Okay.
But you know, end of the day, darts gives me this life. Darts gives me these opportunities to play these amazing venues like today. Once this wedding's done, once the honeymoon's done, 100% focus on the darts.
Are you excited for the match play though? Well, we know you like Blackpool, but like you said, they're maybe not fully focused on darts at the moment. Is that excitement still there?
Yeah, the excitement is there. I think it's going to give me that spark that I need. You know, I think the draw's tomorrow, so I'm interested to see who I've got. But for me, you know, I think I've literally threw darts probably 4 matches in 7 weeks. I've something like that. I think I played Kiel and Bratislava. I think they're the only 2 tournaments I played in probably 7-8 weeks. So I've not threw a dart before tonight. Don't really think it matters with the wind. But I've had a chat with Humphreys on the train coming down. Next week, me and him are going to have a good couple of days practice. You know, I think sometimes when there's no pressure on you, when you're not expecting to go well because you're not playing well, I have no idea how I'm going to play.
Yeah.
And I think when you tip up to a tournament not expecting to play well, or you know you're playing bad, I have no idea what Nathan's going to turn up. So let's go, let's do our best. You know, there's no reason why I can't have a decent run. If I don't, I've got another 4 weeks, then I get married, have my honeymoon, and then we get ready for the end of the year. And
last one before I let you go, I spoke to Scott Williams last week, and he was like, couldn't speak highly enough of you. He said that you had a chat with him about his issues, and now he's back playing well at a 9-darter yesterday on the Pro Tour, and he couldn't speak highly enough of the words and encouragement that you gave him. So I thought I'd pass that on, and like a nice thing for you.
I appreciate that. And you know, I have a lot of people. I was actually sat with James Hubble last night and his missus. They was asking me a few questions. I have so many players that come to me on the tour, and you know, I do feel like I'm one of these guys where, because I'm so open spoken, people feel they can come up to me and ask me anything, and I ain't gonna go and tell, this person's asked me this person that. I help so many players out on the tour, you wouldn't believe. And that's not because, you know, I'm helping my competitors out. You know what I mean? But you know, people go through struggles in darts. I've been through more than most. But no, I appreciate that, Scott. It's nice to see him come out the other side. Unfortunately, I've gone back. So if you've got any words of encouragement from me, Scott, I'd take it on.
Nathan, pleasure catching up with you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Shalom. Do it.